Game you're most excited about. I want to wind the show down here. We had not hit this yet. Commander's schedule released last night. We spent much of the day dissecting it from all angles. But I do want to know, what is the number one game you're most excited about, Danny?
Week 15, Sunday, December 15th, 2024, at the New Orleans Saints.
The triumphant return.
Why? Because many moons ago, gentlemen, you are looking at right now, if you're on the YouTube stream or if you're Grant Paulson, once gained over 16 pounds in 4 days down in the great city of New Orleans. I will attempt to challenge that record. In my per day weight gain, it will be in New Orleans. I'll make my return. I don't know how long I'm going to be there. I don't know what's going to happen. I do know this. I'm going to eat. There'll be beignets. There'll be po' boys. There'll be muffaladas. And there will be feasts.
Here we go.
Thank you, Al. You're going to have to roll me back on that plane.
I talked to Christian after the schedule dropped, and he said that they have already made many plans for our arrival, including, he said they will try to have you break your own bread pudding record, which is still the record.
Oh, my God.
He also said they're planning a Ryan Explains It All with food for the kitchen staff because they listen to Grant and Danny in the kitchen there. And so they all know Ryan's bits and skits.
They love Ryan.
So they've got a whole Ryan Clary version of Ryan Explains It All with their own menu. They want to, I believe they want to do one of my restaurant reviews where I have to say, what each thing means. They're planning all kinds of things out for us. So we got to get listeners to make the trip with us. It's going to be December 15th, Commanders Saints in New Orleans. So that's your 1 seed.
That is my easy 1 seed.
I don't know why this is, because I'm not a big Monday Night Football guy generally. I will say I do like cross-conference games. When you play a team you don't play very often, or like the uniform matchup that you don't see a lot, that appeals to me, and maybe that's where this is coming from. Week 3, September 23rd, Mom's birthday. Monday Night Football. Commanders Bengals. Under the lights. Jaden Daniels wearing his visor. The light reflecting off that. Daniels versus Burrow. LSU on LSU crime. Let's do this thing together. Couple of Heisman Trophy winners. My favorite college quarterback of the last decade, Burrow. Probably the guy I had the most fun watching in college over the last several years, Jaden Daniels. I think that game is going to be a blast. Now, Washington may lose the thing going away. My sneaky thought on the Bengals, though, is I am not sold Joe Burrow is just going to be Joe Burrow again. He got hurt last offseason with the calf. They stunk for a month, and it's because he wasn't
But he wasn't
right.
himself, yeah.
He couldn't, plant. He couldn't throw. They were terrible. And if you caught them in the first 3 weeks, it was a godsend. Now he's got this really serious wrist injury that no quarterback's really ever had that he's dealing with, trying to overcome. And everyone just thinks he's going to be Burrow, and they're going to be the Bengals. I don't know, man. I'm not convinced of that. So that Monday night game under the lights, I'm fired up about.
Yeah, they started 1-3 last year, to your point, before doing what it looked like they were doing, that Cincinnati thing. Remember where they start off kind of poorly and then start ripping wins off? But then it all came crashing down behind the music style. Game I'm most afraid of.
Yeah, what are you scared about?
Cincinnati, Monday Night Football. It's primetime. No primetime games. Wrong. They may not be any good, Cincinnati. Doesn't matter. They're playing Washington in primetime. We should hide under a rock for a couple of years till the program is good. Then let's start puffing our chest out and let the world see. Hidden away on red zone when someone else is driving is fine. Hidden away at a 1 o'clock time when 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other games is playing. That's the right stuff for us at this stage. In the building phase, eventually it'll be time to peacock a little bit. Eventually it's going to be time to strut our stuff on the runway. Now is not that time. Prime time, week 3, Cincinnati, a possible Shabingus.
I want to add, before I give you the game that I'm really scared about, one other game I'm super excited about.
I'll allow it.
Because I have not mentioned this today. I think that at Baltimore game could be a blast. Daniels versus what Daniels might become. The Washington, Baltimore rivalry, the regional element to that. Only the third time they've gone there to play, and Daniels and Lamar Jackson in the same building. I kind of dig that. Game I'm most scared about. I guess it would probably be maybe at Dallas. Nothing good happens when they go to Dallas, seemingly, anymore. So Week 18, end of the year. I'm so tired of the Cowboys hanging 56 or 40 plus. Remember last year it was the Thanksgiving Day game that was utterly embarrassing.
Yep.
Sam Howell falling apart. It was the first time we thought this guy might get benched. He's throwing a pick six in 3 straight games. It all began there. There was the 56-point Shabingus where in that disaster of epic proportions, Daron Payne and John Allen got into a fight on the sideline and they're slapping at each other's faces. I'm just so tired of going to Dallas and being embarrassed that that'll kind of always be the answer. And week 18, end of the year, if they need the game, just please lose normally. If you're going to go there and lose, just don't embarrass me. Don't. It's too important. It's too big of a deal. People care about the rivalry too much.
Combined last year against the Dallas Cowboys, a combined score of 83-20. There in those two games. That's a 45-10 and a 38-10 whipping. That's tough.
Not good, man.
That's tough. That was that sequence, by the way. Remember, they were in it against Seattle, talking about Washington, right? That was a winnable game. They didn't play that badly for most of it against the Giants, then they ended up losing by 2 scores. That was the Dallas-Miami back-to-back, where they gave up 90 points and scored a total of 25. They lost 90-25 over 2 weeks.
Danny, look who is on the line. It's our guy, Christian. He is our buddy in New Orleans.
Look at this.
He is the gentleman who was responsible for sending us to New Orleans back in 2018.
That's
so
Christian's music.
We could see the then Redskins get destroyed by the Saints. And I guess he wants us to see something terrible happen again because he is back on the Grant and Danny radio program. The bat signal went up. I don't know if you heard, Christian, but Danny said this is the most excited he is for any game because, and I quote, "I'm going to try to break my record," which was 16 pounds in 4 days.
Over 16 pounds in 4 days.
Well, gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to welcome you back to New Orleans, Danny. There is heavy betting odds right now that you can do it since you were the only person to ever eat an entire muffalata at one sitting.
I did that.
Now, he did also, for the record, Christian texted me this, Danny. He said, "I'm trying to find Danny a pickleball court so we don't set him up for failure." And I said, "Don't even think about it. This is our Super Bowl. We need him to break the record." So I am like in his ear, kind of not wanting you to get any exercise.
Now, you forget I did exercise that day.
But still, I don't want you out there for 17 hours doing your pickleball bit and forgetting we exist. You're going to hang out with us. You're going to eat food. You're going to be miserable having to spend time with us. That's what you're going to do. You got to.
This trip will be a failure if Danny says, again, "I don't know if I can go to the game. I ate too much." Like, we have got to make that
right.
Not be able to go to the game.
Never forget,
it was in doubt.
We had to talk him into going to the Monday Night Football
It was in
game.
doubt.
We were there from, I think it was Thursday, or maybe it was Friday,
we got
Saturday,
in Friday.
Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all for the Monday night game.
Uh-huh.
And Danny ate so much bread pudding that as we're walking out of the restaurant, he said he was going to go take a nap at the hotel. And the game was in 90 minutes.
I didn't know if I could make it.
He was almost a game time scratch. Went out for on-field warm-ups and pulled a hammy.
So you guys still do the bread pudding at Danny's level?
We actually tasted it 3 days ago to bring back for the summer and to bring back for Danny. We literally might call it Danny's bread pudding for the weekend you're down here.
Oh my God!
Because for people who don't know, it's a dessert for the table, right? It's for several people to eat. Right, so
it can be.
Yeah, what does it usually serve, Christian? Would you say like 3 to 4 people?
It's meant to be an individual serving that's probably shared. It's certainly not meant to have 3 in the period of about 90 seconds.
Yep.
He ate 3 full bowls. What was it? 4? 3 bowls.
Because no one was eating it.
Calories. I beg your pardon. I think it was like 1,800 calories per serving.
It's like, it's so delicious.
And that was his dessert.
Yeah, but no one was eating it. So Christian had a bunch of little snacks and stuff brought out for us, and it's like pregame food, having some fun.
Dude, that was great.
And it was amazing, but nobody was eating the bread pudding. I was like, it's so good. So like, I just kept pulling them in, and Tommy was cackling.
What was the place called where we ate dinner?
Giacomo's.
No. Not the place where I ate alligator. There was a place where we ate dinner, and I remember I had one too many of those hurricanes.
At the place with the fish, the redfish?
Redfish Grill.
Redfish Grill.
So here's what I remember.
The place was 10 also, by the way.
I was not in my best spot, okay? I was done. And I was like, I literally remember looking over. I don't know if it was you or Tom or one of our guys. I said, Am I talking too much? Just like really loudly like that. I was like, how obvious is it that I'm super drunk? And so anyway, as I'm like talking him, Doug Williams.
Yep.
You know who Doug Williams is.
Doug.
Like Eric Schaefer and the entire contingent of like the front office, Bruce Allen, like didn't say anything and kept walking. Like those guys all come over to say hello to us. And I'm like, keep it together. It was like a cop pulling you over.
I'm just like, the look on his face, Christian.
Keep it together. Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be
We're
fun.
going to make a whole bunch of bad decisions, gentlemen.
Can't wait. So the itinerary is going to be lots of food and some football. That's what we're working with?
Absolutely. Maybe a bowl game if that's in the day before. Maybe some Pelicans action. Absolutely, but a lot of eating and bad decisions.
All right, that's what we're here for. You know us very well. So Darius, make your calendar say New Orleans on December 15th. Ryan's out today, but we'll get him up to speed. All right, Christian, we cannot wait to come see you.
Good to catch up, buddy.
And the crew at Brennan.
Take care.
See you, pal. That's our guy.
Yeah, audience loves him.
They should love him.
Yeah.
They should love him. He's been good to this here radio program.
That is correct, sir.
Just one of the best guys in the world. Because as you and I have said many times.
This is what I was going to bring up, yes.
We can't. There's nothing we can do for him.
We have given him, just to be clear, we've given him so little.
I mean, so little.
Like there's very little that we provide. And he's like, here's more.
He's just
here's some stuff.
True story.
Mm-hmm.
I almost stated it. He offered that I could stay at his place when me and the wife went to New Orleans. We went to go see Jaden Daniels. I was a big Jaden Daniels mark.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I went and go see LSU football,
mm-hmm.
and I'd never been to Baton Rouge. Wanted to go to a night game, so he helped me get tickets at a decent price. Like just a great guy. We were eating and drinking like kings in New Orleans for a couple days, and so me and the wife, we didn't realize like, okay, we're just gonna Uber, and he's like, you can't Uber, take my car, and I'm like, no. I borrowed his car.
Yeah.
He told me where to go pick it up.
He's like, do you need a suit? Take this one.
What garage it was. I mean, just the best guy. And I literally said to him after, I'm like, bro, I don't know what I can do. I mean, you're too nice. But I cannot wait to go eat at Brennan's again and to just be in New Orleans.
That place is so world class.
It's my favorite. But it's that city is my favorite. Just like it's babysitter for 3 days. Let's get after it kind of place. I don't do Vegas anymore. It's not Vegas to me. I don't know if you have this vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty's not the right word because that could be a word,
right?
But it's very commercial. It's very everything's a price. It's like I'm walking down the street and someone wants me to pay for something. I don't know. I like Vegas, fine. I'm not telling you I don't, but I'm good on it.
Yeah, I'm good on Vegas.
New Orleans, I'll just keep going back to the well. The food and the music, like legitimate culture, not just like I'm here to go crazy. That's the culture in Vegas.
Right, yeah.
Like there's legitimate culture to it, and it's football. It's Commander Saints.
Sure.
That's big. I don't know about you, but the Commanders, when I hear the word Commanders, I think about good football.
There's also, I think there's a place called Commanders down there in New Orleans. We should eat at. Just that's a quick side.
Maybe.
It's pretty famous. I think they do po' boys. I think I've got that one straight.
But you're good. You're going to come.
Yep.
You're going to not go back to the hotel early at night.
Well, I'm definitely doing that. I'm not going to stay out late, but I'm going to eat and fall asleep a lot.
If Darius, me, and Ryan go out to Bourbon Street at 11 p.m., what's the chance we can get Danny to come with us?
All right. Stick aside. Like, which night is it? You're talking about Saturday night?
So I think we're going to – here's my idea, by the way.
Okay.
Feel free, Darius, to contribute.
Mm-hmm.
My thought would be we go down there and do the show Friday. So we fly out like Thursday night, do the show Friday, because remember last time we had a ton of listeners come by the show because more people than you think from this fan base go down there for that game.
That party that the team had.
Yeah.
There were, I'm not kidding you, thousands of fans.
It was crazy.
That were there.
So I think we do the show there Friday with like some quote unquote live audience, whatever, like some people coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're there Saturday, Sunday, and we either fly back right after the game on Sunday night if we can get the flights. If there's not a flight Sunday evening, maybe we come back after the show on Monday night, one way or the other. But I guess my idea would be this is a Friday night.
Yeah.
We're in. We did our show.
Yep.
We just had a nice dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to Bourbon Street.
Okay. So, like, what time are you thinking about? Let's be real here.
10:40.
Oh, okay. I tell you what. No, I'm not doing that at all. I'm going to bed immediately. I'm going to be so full that I'll barely make it to the hotel room, and I may or may not brush my teeth. So I'm just going to plop face down on the bed.
Here's what people don't get.
Yep.
They always say like, "Oh, Danny's going to want to have fun because you're in a city and it's a road trip and whatever." Danny views this as an opportunity to be in a quiet, dark room.
This is it.
With no children.
This is it.
Or family, and all he wants to do is sleep.
Yes.
Did he bounce?
Yes, he did.
That's really what you want to do.
100%.
Is be in your room by yourself with all the lights off in the cold.
What do you want for Father's Day? Chilly silence.
Yeah, you are also the only dad I know who asks for everyone to leave the house on Father's Day.
I want cold, dark silence in my home for Father's Day.
Danny Routier?
That's me, Chuck. I love everybody so much. Get out of the house. Go somewhere.
Are you doing that again this year?
That's what I'm asking for.
Like, specifically, what does that mean? Like, don't be home?
Yeah, for as long as you can take it. As long as you can take the kids, whatever makes sense to you, however long you can stand it.
Like,
take them.
Months?
No, for the day. I mean, they got to probably have an activity the next day or something.
What do you mean as long as you can take
like, dude, we've been to one restaurant.
Go on a cruise?
Yeah, we stopped by the playground. We've gone to the other flea market.
So a day. You want a day to yourself.
Yeah, as many hours as you can give me, I'll take them. If it's 5, it's 5. If it's 7, it's 7. If it's, morning to evening, that's even better.
I'm going to pencil you in for a night out on Bourbon Street.
Does that pencil have an eraser?
You know what?
What?
I'm gonna pen you in. I'll give you Friday night.
Do you have any
night there? You want to get a little rest, catch
What's
up
that
on
stuff
your sleep?
that looks like fingernail polish that you used to have to put over the pen when you made a mess up?
Saturday night. That's the one. Because there's no show the next day.
Yeah, you can just rest.
Saturday night, you could sleep in on Sunday. We'll go get some brunch. You can eat a couple bowls of bread pudding, and we'll waddle over to the Superdome.
I love that. I'll do that anyway without that Saturday night Bourbon Street thing. That's a no for me, dog.